This is a pinch point that I created. This all used to be open farm field, and I spayed these trees. And this plot here, last year I stuck a 180. Wags had a shot at possibly a Pope and Young. It was a 5-year-old buck. Got a lot of history with them. Capper here, welcome back. You want to go for a property tour and get some fresh air? It's late November down here, southern Illinois. We're kind of in the beginning of a cold front. The high is 40, even though it looks nice out. We're gonna check the trail cams and I'll show you some of our history this season, but I'm gonna do it a little different this time. I'm gonna take that Greenworks mini bike and I want to see how it does on the hills with the colder weather. The batteries, I've already run them down, you know, like 25%. In the barn, it's, you know, like 30, because it's cold there. Once it gets cold, it stays cold. So let's take that mini bike out, check the trail cams. I'll give you a property tour, check in on the food plots, because I replanted them 4 times this entire season. 3 times in the fall, and I replanted once in the spring. So actually I planted 5 times. We're gonna see if that worked. Show you some kind of bucks that we've had this year and talk a little bit of land management strategy on how I set things up on the property and how they're already paying us back every season. And even this season, they paid us back again because Wags was he was in 32 yards or 30 yards of probably a Pope and Young. So we'll talk deer camp on the way, get some fresh air, try out the mini bike, and talk strategy. Let's go have some fun. Thanks. Whew, it's cold in here. Whew, it's cold in here. All right. Let's get this engine warmed up. Let it run for a while. Just kidding, it's electric. I would definitely like to add something for storage down there in the open spot in the bottom. All right, I've got 2 battery packs, trail cam cards, and I gotta double check which one of my house plot cameras is low. Let me do that quick. Oh, my kickstand is still down. We're starting to see deer now at all of the plots. I'm just debating on when I'm gonna go back at it. We got rifle season coming up next weekend, so these plots all did pretty good. You can see they're all eaten down, but we got plenty of tonnage. So let me grab both of these cameras. We'll see what's on these 2 here. So this year I gave a lot of attention to my food plots. Here I did overseeding before rain. I replanted them twice, and then I went ahead and re-drilled them in the 2nd week of October. And as you're going to see throughout our tour, that late drilling actually did quite well considering how late it was in the season. This middle plot here is the best one. Seeing a lot of deer out here in the mornings. Seen a few nice bucks. So we see the bucks from our house. This is the plot we could see from our house, so I haven't emptied our camera yet, our camera that we keep on a tripod, but we've seen a few nice ones back in this plot, so it's almost time for me to get motivated again. This camera up here is the one that's low. The cameras that have quit on me in the past, I keep their battery pack, so it's just bing bang boom in and out. Gotta make sure I don't mix up. I got one other one that, uh-oh, don't tell me this one quit. Double check my batteries here. In the batteries, there was a little corrosion on a couple of these, but I did clean them off. Make sure I put it on, and away we go. Beautiful day. Across the pond dam. I keep my cameras on the edges. I don't usually put many out in the field, or in the woods, I mean, by design, so that when I check them like this, just in and out with no scent or very little scent. This plot is it came on towards the end. It's not the greatest, but it's plenty. We see deer in here, you know, every single day. Let's see, I got 3 cameras in this stretch that I gotta get. Let's grab this one first. It's nice and easy when I've done this from my buggy, where you like literally can just pull up, boom, pull the card, put the new one in, like within a minute you're gone. This plot here that we're gonna check, last year I stuck a 180 in here. He survived and a neighbor got him this year. I'll probably pull up that story. But here you could see where I re-drilled this one because it got scorched on that one. Next plot here we're going to, Wags had a shot at possibly a Pope and Young 30-yarder, but buck fever got the best of him. It was a 5-year-old buck. Got a lot of history with him. The land plan, everything worked perfect to a T. But you could hear his heavy breathing when that bad boy come in. He just choked the shot. I'm glad it was a clean miss, but this plot is beautiful. Look at this. I mean, I'm glad I replanted it. Used Paul's mix. This is looking really, really nice. That buck come right out of here, just like the script. I was wondering what that blue thing was. He left a scent bomb out there. This one up here has a lot of good scrape action on it, this camera. Oh, geez, jeepers. All right, it's covering. What did I do? I must have left it lumpy or something. Either that or it's these groundhogs digging. This plot turned out pretty darn good. Again, you could see the lines where I re-drilled it, so I'm glad I replanted it, even though it was super late. This is a scrape right here. Very active scrape, by the way. Oh, there goes some deer down there. Oh, gosh. Hate bumping them out. I hope I didn't mix up my cards. Let's just be safe. Yeah, look at this scrape over here. I'll show you. that scrape right there. This is all natural regen, that highline tower, that's border. So I let areas grow thick for, cover from the neighbors. So if you have your whole border with natural regen or plantings, then the whole inside of your property, they feel more secure. Okay, yeah, that's why. Again, the late planted, I can see the rows. The replant did quite well. Very late in the season. So this is a pinch point that I created right here. This is a scrape. This all used to be open farm field right here. And I spayed these trees in here like 7, 8 years ago, and it works perfect. I need to get off for this one. So for this scrape, I had so much really good video, like very recent, as you could see here just a few days ago. I did post a short separate video, which I'll put a link in the description on our main channel, of basically just bucks making scrapes. Kind of cool to see them up close and personal like that. So let's keep going on the tour. See if it's dead. So yeah, I had forgot this camera was dead. It kept taking pictures like every 5 seconds. I turned the sensitivity all the way down on it, but it's still something's wrong with it. So I forgot about that. But here's some pictures from the last season or two. I did have that big G2 buck. Actually, I think it might have been a different one, patterned late last season. But I never did go after him. Didn't feel like battling the cold. So let's finish up. I'll give you my final thoughts on just how much improvement you could make on your own piece of property, whether it's 5 acres or 50 or 500. All right, well, let's take it up this steep hill. When I went up the pond dam, it struggled a little because that was really steep. But it made it all the way up on its own. It just started walking a little. This is a nice, gentle, long one. I got it open wide up now. Somebody, a friend of mine that has one of these or a similar one, said make sure you train the batteries, run them all the way down early on. But I'll tell you, for Black Friday sale, these things are $9.99 right now. To get you out in the woods and to bomb around on for under $1,000. They're normally $1,500. All right, thanks for joining me. So in closing, my message has always been the same over the last over a decade since we started doing YouTube videos, was that use your imagination on your properties. There's so many different changes you could make. This last couple of years we added like 15 or 18 acres of new cover. Warm season grass plantings and loblolly pine and white pine plantings, and we're creating a new trail system and new areas of cover. But every year you just keep layering your property. Like I said, no matter how big or small it is, if you try to make a few changes each year, they're going to compound, like compounding interest. So thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. I hope to see you on a future video, and best of luck to all you guys, land managers and hunters out there. Thanks.